Indeed, Lester. Well, yes, indeed. Some have described this budget as a credit negative budget. We've seen some really outstanding numbers in terms of the budget deficit, the debt to GDP, the growth rate that's now had a new forecast. Let me bring in here the spokesperson on finance from the DA, David Maynier. A credit negative budget, you say, just based on those metrics?
Absolutely. I think what we've seen here is a full-scale budget blowout with national debt reaching a staggering level of about 3.6 trillion rand, or 58% of GDP in the outer year in 2020-21. What that means is that in the outer year we will be spending 247 billion rand on debt service costs, which is equal to what we are spending on basic education this year. I think that the rating agencies who look at the metrics very carefully will regard this as credit negative, and I think that there is now a higher likelihood of further sovereign credit ratings downgrades of South Africa.
Having said that, David, there were some aspects of the speech that pointed to giving an impetus to growth. We've seen some numbers telling us about reprioritization of certain parts of the budget. Were you convinced?
Well, we did see about 15.9 billion rands worth of expenditure being reprioritized towards spending on infrastructure, which we would certainly support. But how it will be spent and how that 15.9 billion rand will be distributed over the medium term is unclear and is not actually revealed in the budget documents.
My final question to you, petrol prices coming in the form of costs related to the road accident fund. I see in that document that that levy, the road accident fund levy, expecting to be increased over the next 3 years by large amounts, so says the document. So, I mean, you've been fighting for petrol costs on your side. What's your take on that?
Well, the document commits to sort of no further tax increases, but that seems to be a bit of a fiddle, because in exactly the same document there is a clear statement that because of the financial position of the road accident fund, the fuel levy will be increased, which means ultimately that consumers can expect further increases in the petrol price over the medium term.
David Maynier, the spokesperson of finance for the DA. I'm going to leave it there. Lester,